Section 4.5 is about area of a circle. We're also going to look at the circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle is 2 times pi times radius. You might have learned it as pi times diameter, but from now on we're going to focus on radius more than diameter. The area of a circle formula is pi r squared. We're going to work with both. For our first examples, we need to find the area and circumference of the circle. The area formula is pi times radius squared. In number 1, the radius is 4. We're going to find pi times 4 squared. We'll leave pi in our answer, so you just have to do 4 squared. So it's 16 pi for area of the circle. Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, which will be 2 times pi times 4, which is 8 pi. So the circumference of the circle, or the perimeter of the circle, is 8 pi. In number 2, area is pi r squared, and in this case the radius is 3, so find 3 squared. Your area is 9 pi. Also set up 2 pi r for circumference and substitute in 3 for r, and the circumference is 6 pi. Now let's practice on the coordinate plane. For number 3, we're going to find the area of this shaded region. The shaded region is created by 2 circles. The first circle starts at A and it has a radius out to here, so we need to count the number of units. There are 3 units in the radius of the big circle. If we find the area of the big circle, then what we can do is subtract away the area of the small circle. I'll draw a radius going down so we can easily tell the radius of the smaller circle. Count how many units are in the radius. So there are 2 units in the radius of the smaller circle. So this is my thinking. The area of the shaded region is the area of the big circle minus the area of the little circle. And both of those are pi r squared formulas. So maybe I'll write pi with a big R squared for the big circle and pi with a lowercase r squared for the little circle. The big radius is 3 and the small radius is 2. That's 9 pi minus 4 pi, which is 5 pi. Number 4, we have the same idea, but it's not 2 circles. Now we have a square and a circle. We're going to do the same idea where we find the area of the outside shape and subtract the area of the inside shape. Right now, you can see the square has side length of 6, and then the circle has a radius of 3. Here's what I'm thinking. Area of the shaded region will be area of the square minus area of the circle. You know that area of a square is side squared. Area of a circle now is pi r squared. The side of the circle has length 6, so we'll do 6 squared minus pi times radius squared. We're going to get 36 minus 9 pi. We cannot combine those terms, so we're going to leave the answer exact. This is called an exact answer. We're not going to put it in the calculator to get a decimal. We're going to leave it exact. Number 5. We have the same thing happening here. There are 2 shapes. The outer shape is the circle. The inner shape is a rectangle. I would like you to pause the video and set this up and work it out. Then turn the video back on to check your answer. The area of the shaded region will be the area of the circle minus the area of the rectangle. Always start with the formulas. Pi r squared for the circle and base times height for the rectangle. Let's get those dimensions. Now the circle has a radius from A to one of the 4 points. If I go to this point, C, for example, that would be the radius of the circle, but I don't have an exact number for that. I do, however, have a right triangle here. If I go down and left, you can see a right triangle here. And the leg on this side is 3, the leg on that side is 4. So that means the radius of the circle is 5. So that means pi times 5 squared is the first part of the formula. The base of the rectangle is 8 and the height of the rectangle is 6. The rest of this formula is 8 times 6. We're going to get 25 pi minus 48. Leave your answer exact. unless you are asked to round it. We have 6, 7, and 8 left. Please turn off the video and try 6, 7, and 8, and then turn the video back on to see if you have the correct answer. Number 6. The radius of this semicircle is 8. It's 8 on this side and 8 on this side. We're to find the area and perimeter. So area of this semicircle will be half the area of a circle. So the area formula, I'm going to take half of it. Half of pi r squared. The radius is 8. 8 squared is 64, and half of 64 is 32. So the area of the semicircle is 32 pi. As for perimeter, we want half of a circle's circumference, and then we want this diameter across the middle of the circle. So the diameter is 16 units long. So for perimeter, we're going to do half the circumference. Circumference is 2 times pi times r, and then we're going to add on the diameter. The 1/2 times 2 cancels and leaves a 1. So I can write pi times 8 plus the diameter, which is 16. It's better to write 8 pi plus 16 in your final answer. Number 7. I have to find circumference, but I'm given area. So let's use area to get the radius of the circle. Set up the formula for area. It is pi r squared. The area is 49 pi, so I'm going to substitute that in for a. We do not know r, so I'm going to leave r. The good news is I can divide both sides by pi, and that leaves me 49 equals r squared. R is 7. Now all I have to do is find the circumference of the circle. The formula is 2 pi r, and we know r now is 7, so 2 times 7 is 14. Your answer for circumference is 14 pi. Number 8. The circumference of a circle is 30 pi. C equals 2 pi r. Since circumference is 30 pi, I'm going to substitute in 30 pi for the circumference. I can divide both sides by pi. So that means 30 equals 2r. Now I'll divide both sides by 2. So radius is 15. Let's use 15 now to find area of the circle. Area of a circle is pi r squared. The radius is 15, so you have to find 15 squared. That's 225. So the area of the circle is 225 pi.